Hey everyone, it's Tricia from Rockville Library here with my newest cooking creation. Last week we did something healthy, so this week we're doing something the opposite way. These are Italian nut cookies, otherwise known as Marge's nut balls. They are delicious. They are kind of like a thumbprint cookie, but they have walnuts on the outside and they have almond extract on the inside, and that makes these things way over the top and delicious, and they're my favorite cookie now. So I'm getting everything together and we're about to get started. I'll see you in a second. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do today is we preheat the oven to 350. And then I have 2 egg yolks in here. They're right in there. And then I have saved the egg whites for another part of the cookie. So those are put aside. And then I need 3/4 cup of butter. So that's 1.5 sticks of butter. Remember what I said, not healthy, but it's cold and it's wet. And I need something happy. Okay, so we have egg yolks, we have butter. We also need the sugar. I need 3/4 cup of sugar. We're gonna add this in there as well. Okay, so I also need to add to this 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, which makes this the most amazing cookie in the world. Add that. And then also 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. Now this is an older recipe. It doesn't say salted or unsalted butter. I normally would have cooked with, baked with unsalted butter, but it's always been made with salted butter. So I'm gonna do that. All right, and now I'm going to mix this with my hand mixer for about a minute. Now I'm going to gradually add in, mixing on a low speed, 2 cups of flour. It's not gonna look like it wants to come together, but it will come together. So just sit there and wait and mix. Okay, I don't know if you can see what I mean, but the flour and the butter are kind of like very crumbly. So if you just continually beat it, it will come together. It's really like a sugar cookie. So it takes a little bit of time. All right, you see how it's all come together? We're pretty much done with this dough and we are ready to finish up. All right, so I have a baking sheet. I'm going to take parchment paper and cover it in parchment paper. You can also grease your baking sheet, but I'm looking for convenience right now. And then I also have my egg whites, lightly beaten. And then I have about 1/2 cup of walnuts that I finely chopped in my little mini food processor. So I have all that. Finally, I have a mini scooper. I would say this is about a tablespoon, and I'm going to use this instead of a tablespoon because it's got a little ratcheting action, and that's it, but use a tablespoon. All right, so you take 1 rounded scoop of this, and then you drop it right into the egg wash. Now I find it easier to do a bunch at a time, so I've done a bunch here. You kind of use your fingers, it's just easier. You take all the little dough balls, cover them in, and then you drop them into the walnuts. and then you put them right onto the baking sheet. I'll roll it now. I'll show you afterwards. Okay, so we're at our final step. First thing I want to say is that this usually makes 3 to 4 dozen. I made about 30. I made them a little bit oversized. You can do whatever you want. So these mine may take a little bit longer to cook than say yours if you make the full 3 to 4 dozen. All right, so the last part is the fun part. You just take your thumb and you make a well, a nice size deep well in each of the cookies, because at the end, after these bake, they get a beautiful, you see the well, can you see that? You get, let me get this camera, you get a beautiful dollop of preserves in the middle. Raspberry preserves is amazing. I just tried cherry for the first time. Cherry and almond is amazing together, as well as black raspberry and almond. So whatever preserves you have in the house, you can put right in here. All right, I'm gonna finish making all these holes and then we'll be ready to bake them. All right, so they're gonna go in the oven at 350 for 10 to 12 minutes so they get lightly golden. You do not wanna overbake these cookies. All right, they've come out and we wanna get them onto a cooling rack right away. If you leave it on the cooling rack, on the baking sheet, then they'll continue cooking. All right, and while they're still warm, you want to take some jam and just slowly start and carefully start spooning it in. And then you just let them cool. If that's possible, to not eat one. Here are the end results. I have raspberry. I was running out of raspberry jam, so I have some black cherry as well. I think I'm gonna go with black cherry. That. And of course I have my milk. Yeah, that's heaven in the troubling times. I hope everyone has a great week. I hope the weather gets a little bit nicer. I'm tired of this cold and dreariness. But because it's cold and dreary, it is the perfect time to make cookies. So I hope you try them. These are the ingredients that a lot of people will have in the house. And I'll see you all next week. I'm not sure what I want to go with next. Somebody suggested maybe a salad. I do like salad a lot. I just feel like it needs to get a little bit warmer before I start wanting to make a salad. So if you have any suggestions, you could just write them down below and I will see if I can find a recipe. So, bye.